Hey y'all. Y'all won't believe this is actually my second time recording this. But welcome to Girl Let's Talk. It's the first episode and we're going to talk about pouring into the right people. So go ahead and grab your drink of choice. Tonight I am having tea. I'm such a tea girly, but you can drink wine, water, tea if you like tea like me, or you can just get you some soda. I don't care what you drink, but girl, come on, let's talk. I hope you're cozy, you're comfortable, because girl, it's time to talk. Something that I have been thinking about is just how I perform in my past relationships, my friendships with my family, and how sometimes I'm pouring into people that don't pour back into me, or the reciprocity is not quite exactly what I'm expecting of those people's. And what I've noticed is instead of me like addressing it like, hey, I don't feel like you're showing up for me the way that I'm showing up for you, I withdraw, right? And so a lot of people say, oh, that's nothing, treat people the way you want to be treated. So if I'm not being treated the way I want to be treated, then I'm just going to not deal with you, right? Or you could take a different approach. You can tell people what your expectations are, because people don't know what it is you need from them. Now, is it a standard that you should definitely treat people the way you want to be treated? Absolutely, yes. But the reality of it is we all have different upbringings. And what my mom taught me and my dad taught me, you may not have learned that. Or whoever you're dealing with may not have learned that. And sometimes you have to be able to share your expectations with those people, right? Now, you also have to be willing to learn, because you can spend time teaching somebody how to treat you, but if they're not open and willing to receive what it is that you're trying to share with them, how to love you, how to show up for you, how to support you, how to care for you, how to be kind to you, those times where you need silence, or those times where you need prayer, or those times where you need a push, or support in your business, support in your faith and your finances, whatever the case may be. If you don't have people who are willing to learn those things from you, then you're pouring into people who are not for you. And that's what we're going to talk about. Pouring into the right people, reciprocity. Because if you have to have a conversation about what your expectations are because you don't feel like they're giving you what you're giving them, then ask yourself, are those the people that God have assigned to my life to carry me, to pray for me, to support me, to pour into me on the times that I need it? Or am I just assigning myself to something that He did not give me? Or could I have misunderstood the assignment? Sometimes we overplay our role in people's life. And a lot of times it'll show up as exhaustion naturally, right? Because when you're pouring, who's pouring into you, right? You're going to get empty. You can only pour so much, honey. You're going to get empty. And so it shows up into exhaustion. And when you finally stop pouring, and you keep all your energy that you was giving to other people, now you're pouring back into yourself. Because you're not speaking to people who don't receive what you're saying, or you got to tell them all the time. The church people say, oh, that's confirmation. I done heard that before. Why do you have to be confirmed so much? Why do you need confirmation so much? Why? Or, I thought about that. I just haven't did it. Why is it that it takes somebody else to say something for you to say, you know what, I'm going to do that too? Why can't you just do what you know to do? Just a little food for thought. But right now, where I am in my life, I've just been dealing with myself, my actions, my character, making sure that it reflects Christ, because I've always been a Jesus girl, right? Jesus girl to the core, okay? Read my word, pray, God speaks to me and deals with me in dreams. But I like to be outside too. Well, I like to be outside. And I was paying attention to my life over the last couple of years and how God was stripping away things that I used to like to do one by one, because I just wasn't getting fulfilled in it. At first it was going out, having a ball with my friends. Never really was a clubber, but when I did go out, I had fun. It was a good time, Don't want to do that no more. Then it was drinking. I don't want to drink no more. I don't like the way it tastes. It's nasty. I don't want to do that. Then it was smoking. I don't want to smoke no more. Like, I don't like this high, or it's scary. It doesn't feel safe. It's not secure. I'm in my thoughts too much, It's not clarity now, it's confusion. So I'm just watching God strip these things away from me. And then I started seeing him strip people away from me. Your close friends, your sisters, your cousins, people who you are usually around on the regular, God are just separating those relationships. Separating everything. So you don't go find somebody else to attach yourself to, but so that you run to him. And a couple of weeks ago, my mom had to preach in Columbus, Georgia with my auntie Valencia. And y'all, my life changed forever that day. It was a revival conference, okay? When we got there, my auntie was like, this is not a conference, it's a revival. But it's a conference revival. So I'm like, okay, all right, let's see what this is. And the theme was such a time as this, right? And it was a very known passage of the scripture about Esther, and a lot of people have different revelations about it, and I'm going to bring my mom so she can kind of share what she shared with us, and it blessed me so much. Like, it changed my life. Well, my mom preached that morning and she preached that night. Well, it was more of a heart-to-heart that morning. That morning, she gave us all an opportunity to kind of say what it is that we needed God to deal with us, or what it is that we felt that God had disappointed us. I can't remember exactly what she said, but I said that I felt disappointed by God, right? And I'll go into that at a later date, but I paused and I said, well, I was. Because over the weeks prior to that moment, God had been working me through deliverance before it happened. Before it came to fruition, he had been dealing with me about my character, about the fruits of the spirit, just certain things. And I had tried to bring in even my friends and my family in past relationships. I tried to bring them in with me, and I was getting annoyed by their response, or them not receiving it the way that I received it. But I realized it was not for them to receive, And when God calls you, you can't ignore that call. It's going to come over you, and it's going to overtake you. And now all that pouring I did, and feeling depleted, and where's the reciprocity, and why is this person not showing up for me, or why does this person not know that I need them to support me in this time? God has filled me in all of those areas where I was empty, just like that. It's literally just like that. So I just wanted to come on here and talk about making sure that you're pouring into the right people, checking your fruit, the fruit of your spirit. It say fruits, plural, but it's really one fruit. And it's so many different tiers under that. Maybe I'll get on here and share my old notes about that, because when I tell you that blessed me, then I went out of town and I got blessed in the revival conference, and my life has not been the same since. And it's just a time frame right now where you're going to have to choose. You're either going to be in or you're going to be out. Okay? You cannot be lukewarm. And I'm not trying to force that on you. But whoever watches this video, whoever takes the time to watch this video, this is going to resonate with your spirit. You're going to know that this is from God. That God is telling you, hey, it's time that you decide what you're going to do. Are you going to serve me or not? Are you all in or not? And it's like, in this point in my life, it was really a very simple choice for me. I'm all in. I came back from that revival and I went on a fast. And God always revealed things to me in the middle of a fast. I didn't tell nobody around me I was going on a fast. I just went on a fast. Actually, in the revival, my mom called us to a fast, but I had already had intentions on going on a fast. I was already setting everything in place for my fast to take place. Typically, I would ask somebody to go on the fast with me. But this time I said, no, this one is for me. And I knew in my spirit weeks before, because God had been nudging me to go on a fast. You go on this fast, everything gonna come out. Because you know why? In the past, I went on a fast and everything came out. God revealed so much to me about myself, about people around me, about my family members. And I went and I started addressing those things, addressing those people, and really just trying to have a conversation with them from a perspective of, okay, this is what I expected from you. You didn't give that to me. And now this is how we can move forward, because this is where God has me. And I'll go into that further. But I just wanted to get on here and share. These are my little heart-to-heart conversations. That's what Girl Let's Talk is about. It's just about what's happening in the world. We're going to keep it raw. We're going to be real. We're going to have real deal girl talk. And I'm a God girl. So if Jesus is not your language, then baby, you should exit out a long time ago. Because even when I was in the world doing my own thing, I took him everywhere with me. So now that I am standing firm and bold in who he is, yeah, just be prepared. Be prepared, because I know without a shadow of a doubt, my life is changing for sure. Today is Resurrection Sunday. I hope you guys enjoyed your Sunday with your family. And until next time, bye. Bye, girl.